there, guys, girls, gamers, everyone! It's me, GenuineParts, and we are back in If My Heart Had Wings. If I sound a little sibbity, no, I'm not. It's a bad joke. Yeah, don't forget that. I had a cold. I got some meds. I got some pills. I was sick a few days, so if I cough or something, please excuse me. I'm trying my best to not do that. So we are back in If My Heart Had Wings, and the girls were poking at my buddy, or rather Aoi's buddy. So let's see what comes from that. Let me get the mouse out of my way and let's go. This is so embarrassing, but I'm just a tad happy about it. A guy being happy about having his muscles praised is just like a girl being pleased about having her figure praised. This part is even better! Oh my god, what are you doing? Keep your pants on, please. As I say, I kind of got carried away and tense up my legs. No. Is the game's quiet for... Oh, it's probably because of my cold. I can't hear that well. How do you like my well-trained thighs?
でもなんかちょっと気持ち悪いね。ここまで来るとちょっとね。このまま持って殴れば凶器になりそうだな。どうしたの、葵くん?
It's nothing. I'm just going for another swim. The three girls stare blankly at me as I trudge towards the water.
どうしたんだろう、急に。さあ、男の子はナイーブだから。
Well.
もうちょっと触りたかったな。
I float on the surface of the water, along with Hat, who had followed me, and it seemed to soothe my wounded heart. No music. And it gets dark.
体中ぬるぬる。早くシャワー浴びたい。
Not a bath.
車椅子が砂でジャリジャリする。
Oh man, you're whiny. We played at the lake until sunset, then went back to the dormitory.
楽しかった。
Well, thank you. At least one person who isn't, like, upset with, oh my god, we had fun at the beach. Yeah, another one. Thank you. Thank you for joining the reasonable side of the discussion.
そうか。ハットも楽しかったか。
How is everyone able to understand Hat? Wait, didn't I just understand Hat, kinda? Amane seems satisfied that she speaks to Hat. Amane! I was really worried that swimming in the lake might not really appeal to Amane, so I'm really glad she enjoyed it. I'm terribly sorry. Discretion shot of snot. Sorry. While having a lively chat, we go through the gate and see someone at the entrance. Who could it be?
小鳥ちゃん。
I almost thought it would be Hibari.
ひばりね。
Hibari! It was Hibari. No way!
よかった。誰もいなくて鍵もかかってたし、携帯に電話しても出てくれないから。 ごめん、気づかな。ぐわ。
What? Why did she turn into Katori again? Katori groans as she looks at the call history on her cell phone. She had an unbelievable amount of missed calls from Hibari.
もう心配したんだから。どこ行ってたの、小鳥ちゃん。
Sorry, I went to swim at the lake with everyone. Also, I can't help but Hitari is cross-eyed. I cannot look away from it. Look at it. Her eyes compel you to look at them.
Oyuki-ni?
Yeah. No, she's not cross-eyed there. Hibari seemed puzzled as she looked at Kotori. Looks like Kotori going swimming was completely unexpected.
そうだったんだ。
She's not cross-eyed there. And if she looks in the distance, she goes, we didn't think that Hibari was coming today. It's always quite sudden, but usually either I or Kanako are in the dormitory. However, since yesterday, Kanako has been back at her house. Everyone is now on their Obon holiday. I unlocked the entranceway door. Please, come on in.
今日はここでもう行かなくちゃいけないの。
So you were just checking up on your little sister then? She sat and looked back at Kotori. So you did... Oh! Oh, you mean you didn't reach her at the phone, so you came out here. That's exactly what happened, isn't it?
小鳥ちゃんは帰らないのよね。
There, now she's cross-eyed, kinda.
お父さんも母さんも小鳥ちゃんに会いたがってたわ。いい、帰らない。ここにいる方が楽しいもん。
But I like how they kinda have matching eyes. Like, that's, you know, I like that. I like those little subtle things that kinda makes you see that they are in fact related. They are in fact sisters.
小鳥ちゃん。
There, now she's full on cross-eyed. Don't tell me you don't see it too, because I know you do. I have my eyes on you, both at once.
そうよね。こんなにたくさんお友達もできたし。ごめんね、ひばりね。後で電話だけしてあげてね。わかった。水瀬さん、小鳥ちゃんのことよろしくお願いします。
I'll do the best I can. Yes, I'm keeping an eye on her, so please feel safe in the knowledge that everything's alright on your way home. What do you mean, keep an eye on me? Grumbled Kotori.
それからこれ。
Weren't they able to convince Kotori to grumble the line? What? Bah! She takes out a great big styrofoam box and opens the lid. Inside it...
おお！お肉だ！
A great big styrofoam box with meat? I have to object to that. You know? That sounds crazy. That sounds like someone with people locked up in their basement would do. Cut them up, put them in a styrofoam bag and deliver them to the kids for eating.
お中元でいただいたの。どうぞ皆さんで食べてくださいね。
Summer gift.
さすがひばりさん。
Just like you do to do something like that, Kibari? I'm sorry, did they two meet? Did they two meet? I have trouble remembering it.
お肉。
Oh my god, what's up with the girls? This is the second time for Gea and Amanda to meet Hibari. Oh, it is. Okay, sorry. Since we started camping, Hibari has been to the dormitory a few times. Okay. Okay, I take back. They didn't meet on screen, so...
それじゃあ行くわね、小鳥ちゃん。
You were both
また
right.
ね。お父さんとお母さんによろしく。第1回焼肉争奪紙飛行機大会。
Okay. Agea declared the opening in a loud voice. It's a competition, as the name suggests. It's anything goes. It's an anything goes contest where we all make paper airplane, and the person whose plane flies the furthest gets to eat the best meat. The reason why we are doing this is because the meat that Hibari brought over varies in type and size. There's beef, pork and chicken, as well as the various cuts of meat. And if we were to divide it evenly amongst everyone, there would only be a small amount of each meat for each person. Beef! I want to eat a bellyful of loin and ribs. It was these meat-eating girls all insisted, so that's why the first competition of this type has been hastily arranged. Sorry. The discipline chosen is the paper airplane, which embodies the peaceful spirit of the Soaring Club.
この戦いだけは負けられない。
Okay.
アゲハちゃんスペシャルを見せてやるわ。
Ageha special. Everyone starts work on folding their paper airplanes. We aren't using the construction kit like the ones that Kotori used before in the garage. These are just the regular paper airplanes made from a single piece of paper. We come up with our own ways of folding them, and the paper airplanes that we make are all different shapes. Everybody's serious about this. The meat and our pride are on the line. Have you finished?
できたわ。オッケー。私もだ。
So it begins. May the best one win. We all bring the paper airplanes that we have made and stand next to each other in a line. We'll throw them at the same time when the signal is given. There will be no complaining about the results.
前置きはいいから早く始めましょう。
Oh, let's see. We have fierce competition here.
もうお腹ペコペコだ。どうせ勝つのは私だけどね。
Huh? Alright, get ready. Everybody has a serious look on their face. Bang! We all throw our paper airplanes at the same time. The 4 paper airplanes cut through the darkness of the night.
いけー。よし、いいぞ。頑張れ。
This looks bad. The first one to fall was Amane's. It wobbled ungracefully as it flew, then suddenly lost speed and crashed to the ground.
あう、お肉が。
Aww. The next paper airplane to fall was mine. Kotori and Ageas were the only ones left, so it was now a 2-horse race.
もうちょい頑張れ。よしよし、いいぞ。もう少し。
Amane and I, who were now spectators, watched over the battle with a nervous anticipation. I would really love to do this in the kind of 50s announcer voice. Amane and I, who were now spectators, watched over the battle with a nervous anticipation. The 2 paper airplanes, with a feeling of being almost completely weightless, flew right across the garden. Can paper airplanes really fly this far? Is what I thought as I watched them on. Impressed. It was a close finish.
やったー、優勝。こんなのずるい。
Agea protests. While getting closer to the ground, both of their airplanes were still increasing their flight distance. However, just as they were grazing the ground, Agea's plane got caught on the shrubbery. It felt like Agea would have won if there were no obstructions though.
見苦しいわよ、アゲハ。コース選択も駆け引きのうちよ。くー。
Oh man, that's a smug face. Have we seen that smug face ever? I don't think so. That's alright, isn't it? The second place person still gets to eat the beef.
そうだぞ。私なんか。
Oh, Amane looks down at her own plane, dejected.
さあ、食堂に戻ってご飯にしましょう。
Someone is happy with herself. I don't think I need to read that. Fat from the meat is flying off the hot plate.
おかしいな。一番飛ぶ折り方をしたはずなのにな。
To be fair, you're also the one who has the least coordination and, like... No. Amane slowly eats her chicken while continuing to act all downhearted. I don't think she acts. I don't give her credit as being this good actor. Things like that can happen, you know? The 4 paper airplanes from just now are lined up next to the hot plate. The one I made was just the manicure regular type. Kotori's had worked on the tips of hers a little, and the back of the wings were bent slightly, probably to give it more lift. Agea's was folded somewhat more elaborately than Kotori's. Then there was Amane's. I couldn't possibly imagine how she folded it, but it was a pretty complicated shape.
確かにこの折り方が最強ですけど。
Are you talking with a full mouth? That's like... No. You're a lady. Or, you know, you should be like...
うわ、雑。こんなの飛ぶわけないじゃん。
Oh, Kotori. Kotori! Amane puts her hands to her chest and hangs her head. It would appear that the reason why she lost is not because there was a problem with the design, but rather her clumsiness when it came to making it. Agea's plane seemed like it should be able to fly well. Kotori's plane was well devised and was also precisely folded.
いいんだ、いいんだ。どうせ私だって。
Oh, come on! This is just unfair. I want to buy her beef. She looks with envy at the beef loin ribs that Kotori and Agea were eating. That's, you know, they can't just not show me that face and instill guilt even if I had nothing to do with that. I had no hand in it. So why do you make me feel guilty, Game? Why do I do this?
このカルビ美味しい。こっちのロースも最高。
Why are you doing this to me, Game?
ザ・焼肉って感じよね。
This is so not fair. I wanted to eat the beef too, but to be honest, anything is okay. Pork and chicken were really tasty. We ate our dinner while chatting excitedly. On the TV that had been left on in the dining hall, for some reason a program called Japan Rocks the World had just started. It's a program that covers Japanese people who are active in various fields.
天音先輩も将来この番組に出るかもしれませんね。
Yeah, for not eating beef.
天音ちゃん、テレビに出して大丈夫かしら。きっと変な発言
Wow,
するわよ。
Oh, Kotori. Do I have to slap you on the back of the head?
それがいいんじゃないの？先輩美人だし、テレビ映えするよ。
Wow. As they sit there saying these things right in front of her, they turn their focus back to the TV. A middle-aged man with a beard and a white coat appears.
わあ、この人知ってる。
It's a
なん
man's...
とかってバクテリアからバイオ燃料を生成する技術を発明した人だよ
Is
ね
it-。
確か。
Let me guess, it's a man's father.
発明家ってさ、変な人多いよね。奇人変人っていうの？
I've seen this guy several times on TV. He developed the technology that Agia had just mentioned and has been applied to things that we are familiar with in our daily lives. He's pretty odd, an eccentric weirdo, as Kotori put it. However, at the same time, he's famous for his outspoken remarks and can sum up things like environmental issues with a simple statement. So he's quite thrilling to watch.
私、この人好きだな。ちょっと天然入ってて、愛嬌ある
It's
しね。
totally, I'm so totally calling that this is Aman's father.
そうね。なんか誰かに似てる気がする。
I swear to God, I have not played any further than you see in the videos. And yet I'm kinda genius myself. Yeah. Good job, GP.
父だ。
I knew. I just You know, it just made sense. Amane, who had been focused on eating, mumbled as she lifted her head.
何が？ほら、今テレビに映っている。
Everyone looks back at the TV again. There, on the screen, it said Mochizuki Takashi, inventor.
望月。え？嘘。
Speaking of which, I have a feeling she said her dad was an inventor. Yes, she did. So what that man is Aman's dad?
ああ、そうだ。おかしいか？
No, it fits perfectly. He's a klutz, and he's brilliant, like you. Is that weird? I'm not sure what you would call it. He's really famous. Bewildered, everyone looks at the TV, then compares what they see to Amane, biting into a fatty pork, who then looks up and happily says, "Oh?"
本当にはわさび醤油が合うな。
I can imagine.
あ、今！Amaneちゃん、映った！
What? Behind Mochizuki Sensei, who was being interviewed, there was a glimpse of a girl in the white coat.
ああ、父の仕事を手伝った時のものだな。そういえばテレビの取材があるって張り切っていたな。
She speaks like she's talking about things that happened to someone else while stuffing herself with pork and then says, "Oh, again?"
今父が紹介している発明品は私が設計したものだぞ。
I recognize the invention that Takashi is proudly introducing. It was a hot topic for a while and it sold really well and it was on the morning news.
グライダー製作の費用はそれらの特許収入から出しているんだ。
If it sold really well and you sold the pattern, how much did the glider cost? She explains it like it's completely normal, but
どうりで資金が潤沢なはずだわ。
okay, there's an abundance of funds available.
普段ボケボケってしてるけど、Amaneちゃんって
Wow!
本当はすごい人だったのね。
The heck, Kotori! Recently I've been around her all the time, so I just thought of a strange girl, but she's really an incredible person. I go a little pale when I think about whether or not it's alright to throw someone like that off the top of a rock.
私は引退したらここの研究所に入って父の仕事を手伝うことになっている。留年を重ねたせいで父には随分迷惑をかけてしまった。
Once again, on the screen there was Amane helping her father. She's good looking, so she looks great on TV. However, the others were no longer making a fuss about it. It all seemed strangely real now that they were confronted with what Amane would look like after she quits.
Amaneちゃん、これ。
Kotori put a piece of grilled beef rib on Amane's little dish.
いいのか？これもどうぞ。
Well, Agea gave her some beef loin.
ありがとう。やったー！牛肉だー！
And now we learned the important lesson of sharing. And with that, kids, it's time to go to bed. I will see you in the next episode. Same time, same station. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!